One of my favorite things lately has been interacting with all of the other like-minded small business owners inside of my free online community. If you want access to free resources, tools, trainings, tons of great sales advice, and just general encouragement for your business journey, then click the link in the show notes and join myself and other small business owners inside the She Sells Differently Facebook group today. I'm taking a little bit of a podcast break during the holiday season, but that doesn't mean that you have to take a break from She Sells Differently. And I am bringing you a couple of replays of my best podcast episodes from 2024. Over the holiday season, I want you to dive into these episodes and really get excited about the upcoming new year. So I hope that you enjoy these best performing episodes from this year and get excited about what's to come in 2025. I cannot tell you how many times I have abandoned purchasing a product or a service from someone because the purchasing process was just cumbersome. And if I had to wait, or if there was just an issue with the process itself, forget it. I'm done. Hi, friends. Welcome to She Sells Differently, the show for aspiring women entrepreneurs looking to overcome the fear of selling and grow thriving businesses from a place of authenticity and confidence. I'm Andy Hart, and it wasn't all that long ago that I was a sales executive for a Fortune 500 company. But I knew in my heart that I was called to use my gifts for something more, something different. That's exactly why I created the She Sells Differently podcast. Each episode is going to deliver you business strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to help set you and your brand apart from our culture's expectations. It's time to elevate your sales and build a profitable, sustainable business you're proud of. One built on integrity, grace, and humility. It's time to learn how to sell differently. Hey there, welcome back to the She Sells Differently podcast. I am so excited to bring you today 5 reasons customers are not buying from you. And most likely, it is not your product. This is eye-opening for a lot of small business owners because so often we think it's our product and we shake things up when in reality, it's one of these 5 reasons that we are going to dive into on today's episode. So grab a pen and paper, assuming you are not driving. And if you are, you'll want to come back to this episode because it is chock full of amazing information on how you can overcome these 5 reasons customers are not buying from you and help you stand out in the marketplace and grow your sales. So buckle up because we are going to dive on in. Reason number 1 that customers are not buying from you is inadequate product information. So if your product descriptions are vague or incomplete, then customers don't have enough information to make an informed purchasing decision. And if they don't have all the information they need, what that does is it makes them confused. And a confused mind says no. I can't tell you how many clients I have worked with that have amazing products, but when I take a look at their website, their product descriptions, their product photography, it looks like 10 different people put the product listings together. There's no consistency. There's no rhyme or reason for how everything was listed out. And it really is confusing to the customer. Not to mention, it doesn't leave a professional looking brand for the client. And so while the product may be amazing, what the client sees is a lack of information and confusion and a lack of consistency on the website. So they end up leaving and not purchasing an amazing product. So how do you overcome this? What do you do? How do you stand out? One is absolutely investing in high quality pictures. And this doesn't even need to be something that you invest a lot of money in. I have actually done some amazing and consistently beautiful product pictures with my iPhone. So you can do that today with great phone photography. And you can find easy courses online how to do that. But taking the time to invest in high quality pictures is going to be critical in having complete product information. Second, take the time to get customer reviews and take the time to ask customers that have experienced your product and love your product, give you reviews that you can actually put on your website or in your marketing materials. You can also put links to similar products on your product listings. This is a great way if maybe a particular product does not resonate with a customer, that you can recommend a similar product and direct them to a product that may be a better fit for them. So that is the first reason that customers may not be purchasing from you, is inadequate and inconsistent product information. Moving on to reason number 2, lack of convenience. Customers love convenience when making purchasing decisions, especially this day and age when we have Amazon that delivers to our door within 2 hours. We hate waiting. We hate having to gift wrap. We hate having to search and find something. We want things done for us and we want the easy way out, right? So we as consumers are always going to choose the more convenient alternative. So I'm going to give you a couple of different ways that you can create a brand that stands out for convenience for your customers. One is testing your website, ensuring it's easy to navigate and that the entire purchase process is seamless. I cannot tell you how many times I have abandoned purchasing a product or a service from someone because the purchasing process was just cumbersome. And if I had to wait, or if there was just an issue with the process itself, forget it, I'm done. Even sometimes if I had to actually, this may show my own laziness, I get it, but if I had to actually get up and go get my credit card, if I can just press PayPal and I can purchase just sitting where I'm at and having that convenience, that is amazing. So having that ability on your website for your customers, making that easy for them to purchase from you is critically important. The second thing is making your products giftable. If customers can purchase from you and they can have it gift wrapped, or even if your product is giftable in and of itself, and when they receive it, it's ready to be gifted to a friend or a loved one, and they don't have to spend the time doing it themselves, bonus. And if you wholesale your products, making it easy for your retailers to display on their shelves, they don't have to do anything extra. Maybe you include some shelf talkers or marketing materials to help your retailers sell your products, because ultimately their success is your success. So thinking outside the box on whoever your clients are, whoever your customers are, how do you make their convenience easy? How do you make it easy for them to use your product, easy for them to purchase your product, or easy for them to sell your product if they're a retailer? So, number 2 reason your customers are not buying from you, lack of convenience. Moving on to number 3, lack of a clear value proposition. Your value proposition is what sets you apart from your competitors. And if your customers don't see the value in what you offer, then they are not going to buy from you. I think this is where often as women, small business owners, we have a clear understanding of what our value proposition is and what the pain point that our product or our service offering actually solves. But we have this fear of selling that comes into our mindset. We don't want to push our products onto anyone. We don't want to feel pushy or salesy. And so we actually hold back. This is where I really want to challenge that mindset, because when you have a product that brings value to someone, then you owe it to share it with the world. And that doesn't mean that everyone's going to say yes. And that certainly doesn't mean that you have to be pushy with your product. We simply want to authentically share the value and let that speak for itself. What we don't want to do is hold that back and not share with anyone because we're afraid of what others may think. And if you're unsure on your value proposition, or maybe your value proposition has just gotten lost along the way, that can actually change as your business evolves as well. Simply survey your audience, survey your target customer, meet them where they are. Sometimes we forget to simply ask, and the answers can be right in front of us. Ask them what their pain points are and ensure that you are marketing and selling the benefits of your product offering in overcoming those challenges of your target audience. So make sure that you are not letting the lack of a clear value proposition be one of the reasons that customers are not buying from you. Moving on to reason number 4, lack of follow-up. This is crucial in any sales environment for converting leads into customers. If you're not following up with your leads, then obviously you are missing out on potential sales. And I realize that this is hard for some people. Some people are just more gifted in follow-up and being organized, but on average, it takes a potential customer to hear or see from a brand at least 7 times before they will consider purchasing from them. So you need to make sure that you have a clear follow-up process. And some of this can be automated or even outsourced for your particular business. This is what I love teaching my coaching clients that have never done sales before, and they don't even know how to get started with reaching out to potential clients, and how to overcome that fear of selling and how to automate and reach out to potential customers in creative and new ways. But you want to continue to provide valuable content that keeps potential customers engaged. And if this is not comfortable to you as a business owner and this isn't your wheelhouse, then it may potentially be time for you to hire this out to someone who is. And if it's not realistic for you to outsource this yet, it is so important for you to learn how to grow your business and learn the art of sales by getting in the trenches and creating a sales process that is consistent and repeatable. This is what I love to teach my coaching clients in the She Sells Differently coaching community. And if you are not already in the community, I would love to invite you to join. Or if the doors are not open right now, make sure you get on the wait list, and I will be sure to drop the link in today's show notes. But I love working with clients and showing them that sales does not have to be awkward or uncomfortable. And this can actually be a simple and repeatable process that helps you grow your business. And then once you have a process in place and you are able to grow your business, then you can outsource and hire someone else on to take on that part of your business. All in, do not let the lack of follow-up or the lack of a simple sales process be a reason that customers are not buying from you. Creating a simple and easy to implement sales process is something that any small business owner can learn and implement in their business. And finally, the last reason that customers are not buying from you is a poor customer experience. I found these stats from Outbound Engine, and they are staggering to me. The cost of acquiring a new customer is actually 5 times the cost of keeping a customer. And simply increasing your customer retention by 5% can increase your profits anywhere from 25% on the low end to 95% on the high end, which is mind-blowing. In my experience, the difference between a poor customer experience and a stellar customer experience comes down to one key differentiator, and that is communication. And here is how you stand out in being an effective communicator as a small business owner. I'm going to give you several different ways, and these are just key differences in how you communicate with your customers that set the tone for the customer experience that your customers have with your brand. The first way to stand out is to always stay in touch with your customers, especially those current customers, those loyal customers. Offer them insider looks or sneak peeks at your upcoming product launches. Make them feel special and in the know. Communicate with them about what is going on with your brand. Make sure that they are aware and feel the love from you as a brand owner. I have even found that some of the best customer relationships that I have had in my business are the ones that I have gotten to know on a personal level, that know my business story, that know my journey. And they are some of my biggest cheerleaders. Another way that you can provide an amazing customer experience is always doing what you say you're going to do, setting clear expectations and responding in a timely manner, especially when things go wrong, because things will go wrong in business. It's just inevitable. But exceptional customer experience is just a lost art this day and age. And when your customers experience it from your business, and they see that you do what you say you're going to do, and that you respond in a timely manner, and you make things right, then they are going to be raving fans for life. And not only that, but they're going to tell all of their peers about you too. And that makes your brand stand out, and they will come back time and time again and purchase again and again. But they're often willing to forgive when things go wrong. And they're also willing to try new products when they come out. And they're just overall more loyal to your brand. Taking the time to go above and beyond to provide an amazing customer experience will pay off in dividends for your business. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't set healthy boundaries in your business. That's a podcast for another day. Stay tuned. However, when things go wrong, and it's clear that you need to make them right, always do what you say you're going to do, and always treat your customers the way that you would want to be treated. Create an exceptional customer experience, and it will pay off in dividends. So that's it for today, friends. 5 reasons that your customer is not buying from you that have nothing to do with your actual product. I hope you learned today at least 1 or 2 things that you can start implementing in your business immediately to help you increase sales and drive a more profitable and sustainable business. Be sure to join me next Wednesday where I will drop another episode of the She Sells Differently podcast. And until then, I am cheering you on. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of She Sells Differently. Friends, it would be a huge blessing to me if you would take 2 seconds to rate and subscribe to my podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Until then, I'm cheering you on in your entrepreneurial journey. See you next time.